If you haven't already heard, Singapore has clinched a historic first badminton doubles gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. The husband and wife pair of Terry He and Jessica Tan defeated their opponents from England in straight games, 21-16, 21-15. They did not drop a single game en route to victory. Their victory is not only Singapore's first doubles gold at the Games, it's also the country's second ever gold in badminton, after Lily took the women's singles title 20 years ago. Double happiness for Singapore on the final day of competition, this time in the women's table tennis doubles. Feng Tianwei and Zheng Jian sealing their spot on top of the podium with a quick victory against their Australian opponents. They won in straight games 11-1, 11-8, 11-8. It's Feng's third gold medal at these games.
4 gold, 4 silver and 4 bronze as Team Singapore wrap up their Commonwealth Games campaign. Now, there were also 8 national records and 16 personal bests. Feng Tianwei also became the most bemedaled table tennis player at the Games. Her 3 gold in Birmingham, taking her tally now to 13 medals. For more, let's cross over to Geraldine Yap. She's in Birmingham. Geraldine, good to see you. What did the sports officials have to say about Feng's presence in Birmingham?
Well, they highlighted her role in Birmingham in not only winning 3 golds for herself, but also in terms of leading both the women's and men's team in their medal charge. And that, as we know, has resulted in a total of 7 medals for the table tennis team. Credit the officials say goes to not just Feng Tianwei, but also the Table Tennis Association for being able to work together despite their very public falling out back after the Rio Olympics in 2012.
I think on both sides they've shown great humility in order to work together, and I think that's to the overall benefit of the team. I think the performances of the youngsters has been lifted as a result of that, and I think the evidence would be, if you compare and contrast SEA Games compared to here, I think there's a different atmosphere to the team, a more uplifting atmosphere, and I think that's been to the benefit not just of the women's team but also the men's team.
And Geraldine, what were the other key takeaways?
Well, they said that there were also very encouraging signs in several sports. And for example, in badminton, they mentioned that the whole team had done very, very well. And in particular, the mixed doubles pairing of Terry He and Jessica Tan, which, as we know, won the gold medal in their event today. They've exceeded themselves, by not just taking the gold, but also beating 2 pairs that are ranked within the top 10 of the world. And they also highlighted the achievements in the pool from the swimmers who, all of them reached at least the semi-finals of their events, and there were also multiple personal bests set. And we also know that the swimmers have gotten the best ever medal tally of 2 silvers, coming from Tiong Chen Wei and To Wei Sung. They said that this is testament to the preparations that the various sporting associations had put in to prepare the athletes specifically for these games. For example, by sending them for overseas training camps. And this, they say, is something that other sporting associations can learn from.
We know that table tennis, they went to Linz in Austria. They did a pre-games camp. They prepared themselves. When we saw them here first in Birmingham, they were very relaxed and they were confident with what they had done and where they were. Similarly, on badminton, they went off to Denmark. They tried some different things, different type of sparring. They had some excellent sparring partners. And again, I think that was very positive in their preparations. So it's not too much of a surprise that both of those have performed well.
Now, there were also other positives from the sports that, perhaps didn't win any medals. So, for example, in the sports of weightlifting and wrestling, one point that they highlighted was that the athletes had all qualified for the Games on their own merits. And they also noted that these sports are very, very tough sports to compete in at the Commonwealth Games. And so despite not medaling, the athletes have already done very, very well at the Games. Now, they ended off by saying that each Games is an opportunity to learn and to prepare for future Games. And so that is what they will be focusing on for now.
The athletes have done a fantastic job. Geraldine, thank you very much for that. Geraldine Yap there in Birmingham.